Hello and welcome to this week's blog, How to Unlock the Power to Buy a House After Bankruptcy. Stay tuned. How to unlock the power to buy a house after bankruptcy? It's a big question. A lot of people ask it. They're frightened when they go into a bankruptcy attorney, frightened about what's the possibility that they're ever going to own something or be able to build equity in a house with their family. And I'm here to tell you, it's pretty easy. Here's the issues that pertain to buying a house after bankruptcy. In the last few years, the amount of time to wait after you file bankruptcy has gone down quite a bit. At one point, it was an average of 3 years, which seems pretty short already to you, but now it's gone down to 2. So that's almost a 1/3 decrease as we've been going through this recent recovery from the recession back in 2008. The important factors are this. You can actually do it quicker in some circumstances if you had extenuating circumstances going into the bankruptcy. Now we're talking about VA, FHA, and conventional loans for the most part. You might be able to do it even quicker than that if there were non-conventional loans, but I warn you against those. The interest rates or the terms might not be the most favorable. So even with a conventional loan or an FHA loan, which is a government-backed loan for those of you who are unfamiliar with it, you're eligible within 2 years to qualify to buy a house. Now there's some factors there and caveats. You can't sit on your cushion for the couple of years after the bankruptcy. You actually have to be proactive to get to the position that quickly. And here's a couple of things you can do. Number one, the minute you file the bankruptcy, what happens is the bankruptcy notice goes to the credit bureaus, and bottom line is that they shut down any reporting from the debt that's going on there. So your score fundamentally is released from being held down or being driven down by the negative reporting. So basically your scores can float back up. Now it's not going to float very far up. It will float up a little, but it won't float very far up, at least not to where you need it to be very quickly, unless you basically take a few steps to kind of move it a little quicker. And here's a couple of things you can do. In order to improve your credit, the unfortunate thing is you have to take out credit. Credit builds credit. Now, you need to change your mindset from how you used credit before to how you're going to use it now to buy a house. And one of the big changes is it is basically a program, like you're going to the gym, like you're on Weight Watchers, or whatever your program is that you're trying to do in a disciplined manner on a daily basis. Your credit needs to be that way too. So the first step would be got to get some reporting. Now you may have gone through the bankruptcy and had your vehicle, kept your vehicle, did a reaffirmation with your attorney. That's one thing that's going to be reporting on it. In Virginia, if you have a house and you're thinking about I want to buy another house, it's a little more complicated. That's a different blog. I'm not going to go on about present house reporting because the assumption of this blog is that not the people that are watching it don't have a house. They want to get one after the bankruptcy. So you need to get more reporting. The other thing you can do is you can go out and you can get a secured credit card. That's where basically you put a couple $100s down onto the credit card. They report to the credit bureau showing that you're making the payments, and you kind of use it sparingly. Take out $100, pay $20 a month for 5 months, get all the good reporting, take out $200. So you're kind of building, you work towards getting unsecured credit cards. So once again, it's that concept of building or getting reporting onto your credit report after the bankruptcy to show that you're a good risk and driving that credit score up. Now there are other factors involved in it. The other factor involved that's really, really important besides time, which is the first one we talked about, 2 years, a general idea, and credit scoring. You have to work on it. If you move quickly, start doing it from the time the bankruptcy's over. Don't wait a year or two and decide, okay, I got to get on the program. You basically want to kind of show that post-bankruptcy momentum. The third factor, which is all important, is income. You have to have the ability to afford the loan. So realistically speaking, set up your program to target what you're looking at. Find the neighborhood, find the house, make it your goal, put it on your vision board, whatever you're going to do. Get one of those loan amortization and loan qualifying apps off the web, and basically put in what the target amount is that you're going for to be able to afford. It'll tell you right there what it's going to cost for the loan payment, what the estimated taxes would be and what would the impounds for insurances would be, because you have to show that you can afford it. There's also other apps on there that basically will give you a guideline on what the income to debt ratio. Now, debt may not, because you've wiped out all your credit card debt. It might be talking about the car payment you have, or it might be talking about other expenses. They do basically look at a guideline of anywhere from 35 to 40% being used for housing, but that can vary depending on the lender, depending on your credit score and all of that. So if you prepare yourself from the get-go to say, okay, look, this is the house and this is the price of the house that I'm looking for. This is what the payment is that I'm going to have to qualify on. This is how much I'm making. And you have a little time, that 2 years, to work out how to get there. Now, it's also important that maybe we all want that big mansion, or we all want the nice car. But if it'll help you get more realistic about where your income is relative to what's owed. The other thing is that I've seen from a different angle, a lot of people just wake up one day and they're like, I want to get a house, or this year's the time to get a house, or just had a baby. If you come out of bankruptcy, regardless if your timeline is 2 years to get a house, it really is advantageous for you to get on a program where you can start working towards getting your score going up systematically. It builds discipline with regards to using the credit post-bankruptcy so you don't get in the same situation, but it also benefits you in the long run. So when you are ready for that house, you will have the score that you need, and you'll have taken care of all the other things that you need to have done. We at Merna Law have a credit recovery program that we offer our clients for free. It's on our portal, mernalaw.info, so you might want to check it out. It will help you. It gives you the very basics, but it's the stuff that you need to basically get back on track. Well, thank you this week for watching our blog. If you have any questions, please visit our website, mernalaw.com. There's a lot more information, and we will be sending out a lot more blogs in order to keep you updated on some of the things you can do after bankruptcy. Thank you, and you have a great day.